Well, this man needs no introduction, ladies and gentlemen. Sims himself,
Hey,
Reggie. Reggie, how are you, man? It's great to
I'm
see you.
good, Dan. Good to see you, brother. It's been too long, man. How's everything going?
It's been too long, man. Everything's going well. We've got a kid on the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you, man. I know you've got one or two.
I've got one,
One.
one, and not even a kid anymore. He's a grown up, 20 years old. So,
20.
yeah, man, 20 years old.
Any advice for me?
Um, yeah, grow more hair. Grow more hair. Go pull it out. You know what I'm saying? You go pull it out, try to teach these little knuckleheads, tell them they think they know more than you, which I remember I was his age. I thought I knew more than him. He's kind of getting it now though. Like he's kind of getting it now. Still, there's still certain things he just will not listen to you on, like common sense things, because he just thinks he knows better, and that might just be a lifelong battle. You know what I'm saying? But it's fun. It's good. It's definitely an experience.
Did he think you were a cool dad when Cold War was out and now, Black Ops 6? Do you get brownie points or not?
Well, when Cold War came out, he was in high school, so it was super cool then. But again, it was super cool, but he wasn't gonna let me know it was super cool. It was like all his friends would message me all the time, like, "Oh yeah, Jake says you're in the new game, and he's like, we play as you all the time." And then my son would be like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." Yeah, it's cool. But when he's with his friends, it was like the coolest thing in the world. But to me, it was just couldn't let me know that it was, that dope. You know what I'm saying? It was funny.
Man, we need you
And
in.
this game
Yeah.
is cool, but he's a little older, so he plays I don't think he's played this one yet, but usually he plays the campaigns and he knows what's going on. Right now, he's kind of gotten into like sports betting, so that takes up more of his time and bandwidth. But he was like, I'm gonna play the game. I'll figure out how your character does, and Warzone and multiplayer, all that stuff. I'll figure all that stuff out, and we'll see. But yeah, this game right here he's not as impressed because it already happened.
You can just never win, can you?
You can't win. You cannot win.
Hey, did you get a grey hair the other day for the first time?
I got I got three gray hairs the other day because my wife this morning was just talking about my grays because I only have them right here.
I
Like
don't
they're
notice it.
in my lip. I got three like strategic gray hairs, and I've been wanting more. Like I want to get into the salt and pepper because
Oh,
as an actor, yeah, man, as an actor, they age you in groups. They put you in groups, right? And so
are you kind of in the
I'm,
middle ground at the moment?
yeah, I'm
Ah,
45, but
you're
I don't.
45.
I'm 45, but I don't get to play the 45, 50-year-old, and they're submitted me for those 45
That's
to
because you
50.
look 30, Reggie.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
why.
you. Thank you to whoever up there is running things. But I want the salt and pepper so I can age into playing these roles, believably. So I've been waiting for gray hairs. I want them, man. I just don't have any.
Who are your inspirations in the biz to this day?
Man, to this day, I mean, the reason I got here, one of the biggest reasons that I came to LA and got started, in the game was Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence is
Oh,
like
nice.
my guy, man. I was watching Martin reruns on Sunday, like literally just I can just turn them on and watch him and just laugh at how brilliant that dude was from Def Comedy Jam. I mean, I used to watch him back. People don't even remember. There was a TV show called What's Happening back in the 70s, and they did a reboot of it called What's Happening Now, and Martin was on What's Happening Now in the 80s. It was a sitcom, it was a black sitcom, hilarious. Martin was in it, and he was just I grew up watching Martin Lawrence. He was like one of my favorite people. And I was in an acting class maybe last year or the year and a half ago with his daughter. And
Wow.
and I was telling his daughter, and she's gorgeous, by the way. I was telling his daughter, like, yo, your dad is the reason I'm here. Like, I've met him a couple of times. Crazy story. I was living in San Diego a long time ago. Where I live here now. When I was like in my early 20s, I was living in San Diego, and Martin Lawrence was preparing for the Run Tell That tour. And I was doing stand-up comedy when I first moved to San Diego, before I got to LA. And so me and my girlfriend at the time were like, "Oh, we should go up there and see that tour, see him prepare." He was in the Comedy Store
Mm.
on Sunset Boulevard, and so I was like, "Let's go, we're going." So we go up, go to the Comedy Store. I work at the Comedy Store in La Jolla at the time, so I know some people at the Hollywood Comedy Store, but not really, just kind of on the fringe. But I get there, we get inside, and I'm like, in my head, I'm going backstage. That was my son FaceTiming me right now. I'm like, yo, I'm going backstage. I'm getting backstage. So I leave my girl. I'm like, hey, baby, I'll be back in like, just give me like 10 minutes. I maneuver my way backstage. I get into Martin's green room. I'm I'm serious. I swear. I'm backstage. I'm back there with Tommy, Pam,
Damn.
Cole, bro, man, from the fifth floor. And then Martin comes in, and nobody's even questioning me. Nobody's saying anything. I'm just sitting there, like in my mind, I'm freaking out. Like I'm backstage with all of my favorite people, and I'm just sitting there. I go and grab a Corona out of a little bucket that they got for the green room, act like I'm supposed to be there. I cheer somebody real quick, and I have my beer. I don't say anything. I just sit there. Then Martin comes in and is talking to everybody, and then he's like, "Who are you?" I was like, "Hey, man, I'm a comic. I just had to get back here to kick it with you and say hello, man. You're one of my inspirations." And he was like, "Oh, man, I appreciate that, but you gotta go." And they kicked me out. But that was my Martin Lawrence. Man, it was amazing. It was a good time.
Man, that's a great story. I didn't know you did stand-up comedy. Do you ever dabble in that still to this? It's a tough gig.
Man, you know what? I used to, it was it was just a way to get into the entertainment industry. Like I was always, not to toot my own horn, but I was always kind of like a witty, funny person. You know what I'm saying? Like just through life, I just grew up that way, like being able to see a joke where people saw something serious, you know what I'm saying? Or see like the levity in certain situations. And so I used to just write that kind of stuff when I was a kid growing up all the time. I would write jokes and I would go to school and I would just try stuff. Like I would think of something I thought was funny and I would try to find a way to put it into the daily school life around people and see what they thought of it. And that was just me, man. And so when I got older, I was like, I really want to do this stand-up thing. I want to give it a try. And after I, was done with football, I went and just started doing open mics.
How'd you
And
go?
I was doing good.
Yeah.
I was doing good open mics. So it was like, yo, I should be doing this. This is what I want to do. Let's give it a go. And so I kept trying and kept doing it. And eventually it turned into something in Hollywood where I was able to get seen and get agents and
Yeah.
that was that.
Going into Black Ops 6, did you expect you were coming back for this one?
No, man, I literally did not know. I didn't know what was going on. I know the thing I did know is that I wasn't dead, right? So as long as you ain't dead, you can come back. You know what I mean? Unless it's a soap opera. Soap opera, you could die and come back multi times. You know what I'm saying? But for Black Ops, I knew I didn't die, so I was like, I could come back, but I hadn't really heard anything. And you don't know how, from like the online presence and how people interact with you, how your character is received and how people feel about him. And I felt people really liked the Sims character in the Cold War game. So I felt like he could come back. I just wasn't expecting it. And then when I got the call that they were bringing me back, I was like, yeah, dope, let's fucking go, man. I was excited. So yeah, it was a good thing.
And you got to work with Bruce again. That was like old mates. And that's actually, you're only in the one mission, but it's my favorite mission and my favorite scene in the game.
Oh, man. Got to work with Bruce again. That dude has the best voice in Hollywood. Him and Sam Elliott have the greatest voices in Hollywood. amazing. Like anything he says, it should be televised. Like anytime he talks, there should be like people recording him talking because it's just so smooth and so velvety. It's just yeah, it's great. I love Bruce. He's my guy, man. He's my guy.
And what was it like shooting that scene? Did it feel like bros getting back together? How did it feel
Yeah,
for you?
yeah, it was so fun and so cool. Like just getting to play, play around. Like we developed like a good friendship after shooting the first game. And so, I would talk to him. He would come to my house and we would record auditions together and work on auditions for other stuff together and just stay buddies. We went, golfing together and all that stuff. And, poker. We do all the things. And so getting to get back on the stage with him and just play was great. It's always fun to work with good people.
I just wish you were in it more, man. We need to.
I do too. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying? I wish I was in it more too, damn it. You know what I mean? But, it just thankful for Treyarch and Raven for bringing me back and, having some fun. And, who knows? We'll see what happens. If there's more Black Ops, you know what I mean, coming down the pike and all that, man. But, I'm not dead again. So who knows?
well, I was laughing with Bruce. I'm saying, well, you kind of got roped into this mission for one last time, and I'm saying, well, can we just rope him in every future game for one last time, and we just keep doing that? Uh,
It would be great. It would be great. So how do you like the game?
oh, I love it, man. Yeah,
Love the campaign?
yeah, I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I mean, Cold War was kind of nostalgic for me, because it was that COVID time, and we were all
Yeah.
indoors, and it was just something cool about that game and the setting,
Yeah.
characters, and the safe house, those scenes you all had in the safe house. So we
Yeah.
got a bit out again, but I just feel like I just wanted more of you and Lily, and
Oh,
that's my only critique in this game. I just
I
wanted more of you
know.
guys, but
Lily is
it
Lily
is.
is my dog too, man. I haven't seen her in a minute, but she's so great. She's so talented. Her and her mother, just like one of the best actresses. I mean, literally, her mom's amazing.
Do you ever
Uh,
talk to her about her mum? Because I feel like she would always be asked that, and you kind of don't want to ask it. Because I've never,
no,
I've never asked her about it either.
I did. Like
You
when I
did?
first met her, yeah, I was like, I'm sure you get this all the time, but your mom is a beast on the screen. Oh, like she's a monster. She's like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, she's great. Yeah, that was the first thing I said to her when I met her. Like, your mom is ridiculous. She's great.
So
Yeah.
what are the chances of Sims being a Warzone operator? For zombies and Warzone and that kind of thing, man. Come on.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I don't know. I can't say I don't know. It's just
But you'd be
we'll see.
down.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I think what doesn't. I don't
Now,
know what's going on in the seasons and how and everything. I can just say I'm glad to be part of the campaign. That's all I can give. That's all I can do.
but
That's all I can
but
do,
if
Dan.
you're in it, you'll let us know, right?
I don't know. I can't. I
No,
mean,
in the future. I'm saying in the future you'll let us know.
in the future, I'll
Yeah,
let you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
If you're in
yeah.
it.
If I'm in it, I'll let you.
Yeah.
I'll let you.
And they'd be
These games are so
stupid
like,
not to put you in it, let's be honest.
tell them, Dan. It'd be stupid not to have Sims in there. People love Sims, man. Like, and I appreciate all the love that people give. When this character came back, I got messages and what I mean, like DMs and YouTube and just people just love the character, and I'm just so thankful. It's just so nice to be a part of something that resonates with people. I mean, that's the reason why I got into this in the first place. I mean, I never wanted to do this for money because I ain't rich from it. I did it because I just always wanted to be a part of people's lives. Like, I grew up watching the Cosby Show, and I wanted to be Theo Huxtable when I was a kid. I wanted to come into people's living rooms every week, something that they gathered around, and like I was a part of their lives. You know what I mean? And so to be a character like this in a game that so many people love and play and interact with, and that you get to bring them some kind of joy or just have some impact on them, this is what the game is about. Doing it and getting to be a part of something bigger than just yourself.
Did you have a role in NBA 2K24? Did I see?
I did. Yeah, was it 24 or
24?
24. It came out. I was in the one that came out last year.
Yeah, 24. 24.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played a podcaster, which was like right up my alley. It was dope. I got to like be myself, talk trash. It was fun. And I mean, I'd never played the game. So I don't know, I don't know what I do. My son played it and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're pretty dope in it."
Well, you're not a gamer, are you? You're more into NFL and, you know.
I'm into football, like watching NFL football, basketball. I play a lot of poker and chess. That's what I do.
Chess?
Chess. I play chess on
Oh,
my
wow.
phone every night, every morning, throughout the day. If I'm just bored, I get on my phone and play some blitz. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But I used to play video games when I was younger. I played like Madden. That was my game. Madden, and I used to play NBA Live back in like 1994.
Hey, they were good back then. Don't you worry.
Yeah, it was dope back then. Yeah. But now I'm afraid to play Madden. One, because it's gotten way too real, and like people are too damn good. Like, I want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to get on there and be losing. Like, I'm too competitive to get on and lose a game of Madden, especially when you can like talk to the person that you're playing in some other country or some other state, and all they're doing is giving you the blues. Like, no, I can't. And you can't even. No.
Did you ever play Cold War in the end?
Did I play Cold War?
Yeah. Black Ops.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did finish it? Yeah.
Yeah, I jumped on and I played with some fans. I got in there and jumped into multiplayer, and I did some zombies, and I played online with some fans. And
did you do the campaign?
I did not do the campaign because I'm not good. Like, I'm not good, Dan. So like, I mean, literally, I get in, I get shot as soon as I warp in, or whatever you guys call that. Whatever I get in, I die. Immediate, I die. So like, I had my son. My son play for me, and I was like narrating and talking to people. I was like, "Yeah, my son's playing, but I'm doing the talking." So we did that, and that was cool because he was pretty good. But I'm terrible because if you don't play enough, you can't be good.
Who do you support in NFL and NBA?
My NFL team is the San Jose 49ers, and the Los Angeles Lakers are my basketball team.
So, you know what I'm going to ask you, don't you, about the Lakers?
What's up?
Bronny and LeBron, thoughts?
Amazing. Greatest basketball story we've ever seen. Like,
it's cool.
We watched last night, and LeBron came down and hit a dunk like in the fourth quarter because they were playing the Grizzlies. They were up by like 15. Then they let the Grizzlies come back and get up on them by like 10 or 11. And then they came back, and LeBron in the fourth quarter came down and hit a dunk over like a couple of people, and he did his little LeBron thing, right? And then when he did all this and turned around, guess who was there as soon as he turned around? His son was right there, and they dapped up, and it's like a dope. Those moments are so dope, man. It's like, it's just this season alone, just having those two. I don't care if they win a championship or whatever they do. Just being able to see like that kind of relationship on a basketball court, and his son's not even playing, and he shouldn't be playing because he's not ready to be an NBA player or in the rotation. But it's just dope to see him there, like watching his dad and getting to like take lessons and learn. It's amazing, man.
Are they a chance this year, the Lakers?
They'll be a playoff team. They still need one more piece. They need to get one more.
What are they missing?
They're missing they need a point guard who can defend and shoot the three. They got a point guard right now who can shoot the three but can't defend. And they got a backup point guard who can defend but can't shoot the three. So they need to find a way to get those two dudes melded into one. If we can find some way to get Dr. Frankenstein to make those two guys one person, the Lakers are winning a championship.
Dude, I feel like you should be an analyst or something on TV. Have you ever thought about that? Like, have you ever tried to go down?
I had some sports podcasts that I was doing.
Yeah.
People liked it. It was going well, but it just took up so much time, and I needed to put more money into it. So I'm thinking about bringing my podcast back and really launching it with, a lot of money put behind, not a lot of money, but good money put behind it so that the quality is a lot better and I can bring more people in because I know what I'm talking about sports and the football. I argue with my group chats all day, all night about sports and things like that. And, people call me Mr. Know-It-All because I know a lot. But I'm serious. I'm consumed by this stuff. Most people spend a lot of time at their jobs with their significant other and all that stuff. And maybe that makes them a better significant other. I am not the greatest significant other because I spend a lot of time watching football and basketball.
So what does your wife say? She likes it?
She's okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have to go ahead. Some days I have to, forsake some football. But my wife knows this is who I am. I watch like every football game, every NFL game. I got YouTube
Hold on. As in not just your team.
Oh yeah, I watch them all.
Wow.
I watch them all. And sometimes I go back and rewatch them just because.
Oh my God.
I'm a sports junkie. But I grew up doing this. I grew up watching football, playing football, reading the newspaper. Me and my best friend Justin, we would go when we were in college, we would go to the grocery store. And this is back when they used to have like the magazines come out, like Athlon, Street and Smith's, the NFL, and the college books. Me, my boy Justin, my boy Sharif, we would go to the grocery store and sit in the magazine aisle and read the magazines and talk to each other about what team got this new lineman, who's going to have a better DB backfield.
Do you do fantasy stuff? Do you do fantasy? Yeah.
I used to hate fantasy, but now I like it.
Oh, really? Why did you hate it?
I used to hate it because I came from playing, and fantasy makes it so that you kind of start hating players
because of the scores. Yeah,
because of the scores. Yeah. These are amazing, but you start to he's a bum because he only got me 12 points. Whoa. It's so crazy how it changes how we think of sports. It
That's
really
true.
How we think of these players. These guys are doing amazing things, but if they don't get you 12 to the 15 points that the computer says they're supposed to get you, they're trash. And you start to think of them as not that good when they're all world.
Do you bet on the games?
Oh yeah, I bet football.
I know you
don't touch basketball. I pretty much just bet NFL because I watch it so much. Yeah. My win rate is good because I know kind of what's going to happen most of the time.
You think you could be a professional bettor?
Oh yeah, on the NFL. I mean,
yeah,
be a professional bettor, you just got to be 51%. I'm 51% on NFL. Basketball, not so much because basketball guys sit out at the drop of a dime. You never know who's going to play, who's not going to play, back to backs. It's just too much. But NFL, you got weekly games. You know the injury report. You know the weather. You know what. It's easier.
I feel like you would be brilliant in a LeBron James biopic, playing LeBron.
Man, you know what I'm saying? If I could just, as long as they make me look 6'9". You know what I mean? If I could look 6'9".
What are you? 6 what?
I'm 6'1".
Oh, that's Hollywood. That is 6'9".
There it is. You know what I'm saying? They make Tom Cruise look like he's
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's funny. I thought of Tom Cruise too. That's so funny.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, that would be cool. Yeah. But I think that would be dope. I would love to play the role. That would be nice.
How has acting been for you over the last few years since COVID and everything? I mean, it's not an easy gig, is it?
Man, no, it's gotten tougher and tougher. COVID opened the door. COVID did a lot of things for the entertainment, the acting game. Like it literally gave everybody a chance because they opened it up to self-tapes, because they couldn't do in person. So they opened up to self-tapes. And when you got self-tapes, everybody can get in there and get in these rooms and be seen. And people can make the perfect self-tape. And then they get the job and they can't do the job when they're there because they're just really good at making tapes, So it's kind of made it easier for everyone to get access. And, while we had these strikes, I don't know if you guys paid attention to that, what was going on. There was the actor strike that went on this past year.
For AI, yeah.
Yeah, but AI and just streaming, it's just there's no godly reason why we need to have 1,000 television channels. There's no reason why we need 100, 300. I mean, I don't know how many. We don't need 100,000 TV shows. When we have that, that means the quality is low and the pay is low, right? And so you can't really make a living doing that. And so right now we're kind of going through a correction. After the strike happened, now they're kind of shortening up how many shows are being made. Less actors are getting to work, which is going to take time for them to get back to crunching it down and getting just good quality. And
So what's your strategy? Are you still looking at games as a viable medium for yourself? Are you still
oh yeah,
auditioning for games or?
I do everything, man. I
Yeah.
do video games. I still got, I got another video game I'm working on right now.
Oh, nice.
A lot of voiceover. I do television, film, whatever, any commercials. I've got my hands in everything. You know what I mean? So, but thankfully, I'm good at what I do. So it's my only job. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like everybody, there's ups and downs. There's some months where I work a lot, and some months where I don't. You know what I mean? But
Yep.
it's what I do, and I'm thankful that I've gotten to this point that it's my job, and I get paid to live my dream.
How do you still stay so positive?
Um,
Every time I see you positive, giving uplifting motivational speeches, and I never see you annoyed or pissed.
Man, I mean, you only get one life, right? Like, why waste any time like being like upset or let anything beat you down? The world's just gonna be the world, man. So you just gotta adjust to it accordingly and do your best. And I mean, I know it's easy to say because it's hard. I mean, most people cannot do that. And I'm not. I mean, I don't know. I'm not perfect, but I do know that I don't let things get to me. Really, I don't. Like I just.
Well, what if you're having a down day? How do you rebound?
Um, I go eat some like ice cream and like cake, donuts. Literally, like
Hey, that's a great idea.
I'm serious. I lost in the course of maybe 3 hours a week ago, or was it 2 weeks ago? In the course of 3 hours, I lost out on about 450 grand in work for a year. Right, I was up for two jobs that were going to pay me 450 grand guaranteed. Right? Got notified within 3 hours that I didn't get either of them. Came home, ate some ice cream and some brownies. My wife was like, "Is this how you cope? This is how I cope." And now I'm fine. Now I'm fine. It's whatever. I'm saying it comes and goes. There'll be other things coming. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like to wallow in anything. Like it's just life's too short to like let that kind of stuff hold you down or just make you keep you down. You gotta just keep pushing, keep on pushing.
Dude, it's so great to talk to you, man.
So good to talk to you, brother. Congrats on the new one coming. Is it a boy or girl? You know?
Boy.
Boy. Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations.
He's active in the tummy too. I don't know if that means anything.
That means you're gonna be active, running around the whole house. You're gonna be active. So.
Do you want to say anything to the fans that have watched today and seen your work over the years? And
hey, man, I appreciate every single one of you. The people who love me, the people who hate, and I mean, I got people literally come in and say, "I hate Sim's character." I'm like, "Hey, I'm glad you."
Who the hell are they?
Just
what?
Man, come on.
Are you kidding?
One thing to never
That's
forget.
ridiculous.
Man, never forget this. The world is mostly full of haters. Mostly. Most people have a hater's mindset. So I'm never surprised. And so when I get love, I appreciate it. Even when I get hate, I appreciate it because it made you feel some type of way. I never want to just be in the middle where people can take me or leave me. No, either you love me or hate me. I want to be on both sides of it, right?
You don't want to be in the middle. Yeah. I get it.
I want to be in the middle, right? You want
a reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. Rock with me or just don't want to mess with me at all, right? And luckily, I'm just a great human being, and I get more of the rock with me and barely any of this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just appreciate all the fans, all the love, thankful, grateful for anybody who takes the time out of their day to be a part of my journey and my dream, and I'm thankful and grateful to Call of Duty, Treyarch, Activision, Raven, and I'm just appreciative.
And make Sims an operator, Treyarch.
Do it. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see.
Okay, before I cut you off, Reggie, can Sim say something to Dan quickly to round this one out?
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil. And now I'm looking at him. Dan Allen.
Dude, that's a great line, by the way.
It is, right?
It's a great line. No, it really is. Whoever wrote that, that is a great line.
It was so and thank you too so much to Natalie. You know who you are.
Oh, Natalie, yeah. She's awesome.
Yo, she puts in so much work. She's done so much.
Unsung hero.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ivy, casting director for Call of Duty.
Ivy Eisenberg. Yep.
She's been one of my champions for years and years in this industry. Love her.
Ivy, keep getting this man in more games if you're watching. Thank you, Reggie. I appreciate your time, brother. Thanks again.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.